We're going to be doing 2v2 rotations.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good day. And this is kind of like the turning point, right? This is the halfway mark where if you are on the bottom end, you have to win this next one or else you basically can't make it out of your pool. If you're on the top end and you win this one, you have 1 foot in the door to the grand finals, that ultimate battle. But how are you doing, TWK?
I'm doing fantastic. Tuesday was absolutely crazy. We saw the week 2.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Tuesday.
We're keeping the two
but
puns
today
going.
is 2v Tuesday.
Yes.
Tuesday was crew battles. It was the start of week 2. Matchups had shifted around as far as which teams were playing which teams. And, oh man, some of those were insanely close.
Absolutely. I think we are both of the same mindset of the purple matchup where they almost 9-stocked again.
Oh my gosh. Lil Cap this time taking 7 stocks, MVP for his team, undoubtedly.
Did absolutely amazing. It really looked like he was going to do the 9-stock, and it was going to be like, all right, this is what purple team does. They go into crew battles, next person in line. Obviously, next week it's going to be Ethan for his crew battle, and he's going to get at least 7 stocks. That's the current bar.
That's the bar that's been set.
Yeah,
you know?
But purple team just looking real strong. They did well against blue team, but good on the blue team. Silly Gobi was the one to triage that wound a little bit, stop him, and then go into the matchup against Ethan.
Yeah, and then we also had green team versus red team, another one of those that ended up on the lopsided matchup because, again, STTP Wilson did not have to play. Noel and ISIDROO just posting up for him, taking stocks, going insanely positive.
Yeah, you and I were talking a little bit before everything started up here, and we were just kind of making jokes about STTP Wilson. Like, as far as we know, he's out of the country for the past 2 Tuesdays. Like, he's on the beach hanging out. He's out in a hot tub. He has not had to do anything, and that's made him your MVP for the green team.
I'm telling you, man, most likely to have a coconut drink in his hand. That's Wilson. Of course.
And he's done very well for himself. But some matchups that were a little bit closer than I think we would have expected, right? White team versus orange team, 9 stocks to 7 stocks taken. That was pretty close.
That was absolutely crazy. I mean, you know, everybody talks about like how stacked the white team is. I know we've had other players commenting on that. Did not expect that going into this matchup because, you know, we've got Double Dime, obviously phenomenal player. And Blood Diamond, crazy at the 1v1. But SANTY has kind of been that unknown entity.
I mean, in terms of top 8 placements, I think he's a little bit more known for his 2v2s with McSlammy in terms of like kind of competitive non-pro series matches. So more people expected him to do well in 2v2s.
Yeah, but I mean, they absolutely crushed it. So great job sticking up that well against the white team. And that actually brings us to the final matchup that happened on Tuesday. This one was an absolute roller coaster.
I think there is a lot of upsets, a lot of unexpected things happening. Kicking it right off.
Oh, yeah.
Boomy losing to Tiffany to start off that crew battle. I think that was a little bit of a surprise. Also, he went in with the Hellboy pick, which... Like, looking back at it, I was like, okay, I can see it. He's definitely liking Gauntlets right now. I know he's sent you some personal messages about it.
Of course.
And he's got the blasters. He's got a really strong blasters game. So the Hellboy pick wasn't like this kind of out of nowhere, like, oh, he's just picking something to mess around. It was a strong pick, but Tiffany really showing up, did well, ended up beating out Boomy, which is definitely a surprise.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see it there on the results screens that have been going up on the Brawlhalla.com Pro Series website. 9 stocks to 8. That is as close as it can get without, like...
Can't get closer.
I mean, otherwise you got to replay a little bit more if you get that magical double KO at the end.
That would be wild.
I don't know.
All right, next. We still got more time for the Pro Series. That can happen.
But today is 2v2.
Yes.
And this is before the matchups shuffle for next week to their final states. We're going to see white team versus orange team again, purple versus blue, black versus pink, green versus red, except now it's that 2v2 rotation. Run that down for folks if they're not familiar with how this format runs.
All right, so with 2v2 rotations, it's very similar to kind of your standard 2v2s, except for the fact that you've got 3 people on your team. So now you got to mix it up. Every single game, you can't have the same combination that's already played. So you can go in, like say the white team goes in, they can start off with CODY, Travis, and ISIDROO, but they can't run that team ever again in that set. Now they got to switch it up. Cody Travis can be with Phazon, or ISIDROO can be with Phazon. And then obviously that third combination, if they go to game 3, will be that final mix-up of the team.
Okay, so still a lot of that strategy of
Right.
when do we send out what is arguably our strongest 2v2 team, when do we send out what is maybe the weakest one, where's our mid-range, try and win it out on the mathematical approach of theory crafting your matchups there.
Yeah, there's definitely been some teams that have shown they'll go in with their best foot forward, right? They want to win the first 2 and just be done. Don't even worry about game 3. And then there's some other teams where you'll see them kind of hold back the teams that we are a little bit more familiar with, right? The ones that played at final round, the ones that played in the Winter Championship, those teams that are kind of more established 2v2 teams. But across the board, we've seen that all these teams have been playing, they've been practicing. There's no such thing as a bad combination on any of these teams.
Yeah, I mean that's where I love seeing just the new teams that aren't your actual 2v2 team, since now you've got these 3. You've got that oddball in the mix. Because a lot of them, they do have their stock 2v2 team that's in there. But that third member, that extra man on the bench, some of those teams, I might say, have even looked stronger,
maybe even better,
than their standard 2v2 teams.
Well, that's one of the things that I absolutely love about this format of the 2v2 rotations, is that there's a lot of established teams that have been running together for a long time, right? There's the Noels and ISIDROOs of our community, right?
Oh, yeah.
They have just been together through and through, but then with this rotation mix-up, they're forced to play with another person,
Sure.
And they're still looking really strong. You're seeing these new combinations of teams, and what's great about it is you'll see players play something that we haven't seen them play, right? Phazon played Wu Shang in the 2v2 rotations. That was kind of an unorthodox pick. We've seen his Val, we've seen some Gauntlet plays come out from him, but busting out the Wu Shang, a little bit different, but it synergized well with what his team wanted to do, and I love seeing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, all that kind of innovative ingenuity that they need to pick together. And I'm a personal fan of any kind of trained 2v2 combos. That, I mean, even in the just standard 2v2 scene, that has been quickly rising to the key to victory for so many teams. How well do you have your combos rehearsed that you can slip them in when you just knock their teammate away?
I mean, last Friday, after the first week of 2v2 rotations, you and I had a very extensive conversation about one 2v1 combo in particular, which was the Noel and ISIDROO one, which I don't know if we've got that one on deck. Can we show that one off? Is that ready?
I dropped that one in the Monday esports stream.
Okay,
So if you got a chance to check that out, and I mean that's another
I'm sure
reason
there's a
to
link
step
floating
by
around.
the VODs of last week, just because this Pro Series has been absolutely crazy. But a lot of 2v2 combos go from like this left-right ping pong. Theirs actually turned vertically with the hammer recovery into falling bone airs, send them up off the top. I want to see more of that.
You want to see more. You want to see the change-ups. Well, also, when we were talking about that one, you were talking about how they didn't get it right off the back, right? There was like an initial hit coming out from ISIDROO, and it looked like he was going to set up something, and you already pointed out Noel was positioning for the follow-up off the first one. Didn't quite work out, but then they ended up getting a second version of that combo. They have multiple versions of this thing that sets up into an ultimate kill combo, and that's so cool to see. Not only that you have one super well-practiced one, right? Like we've seen what the black team can do when Boomy and Sandstorm get in there. They get their combo, ends up with Sandstorm finishing off with the signature. But it's also awesome to see some of these teams, like the green team, practice various versions, various setups to get to those points.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be ready. Just any stray hit needs to be able to lead into so much more than that. And I don't know. We've seen Cody Travis and ISIDROO particularly absolutely phenomenal as the LAN season started at final round, and they will be one of our starting teams for today. Just looking at this matchup, it's going to be white team versus orange team right off the bat. What are you making up of this matchup? We saw it in the crew battles, but this is 2v2.
Yeah, white team is a very strong team. It's definitely very established in the 2v2 scenes. Like, we know of the team that is Cody Travis and ISIDROO. They went to game 10 at final round against Boomy and Sandstorm, a team that had not lost or still hasn't lost a game in 2v2s. So they are a very well-established 2v2 team. On the other side, I don't think there is a combination of the orange team that has really competed, but they've still done very well for themselves. I mean, they took a game off of the black team last week.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, now that you mentioned the last week matchups, we got a little bit of data to go off of, right? So white team last week went up against pink team. That's Kosalix, Tiffany, Simba. And that was a very close set. It went 2-1. It went the full distance. Similarly, orange team against black team last week went the full distance. They weren't able to cinch it out because, I mean, black team, that is, you know, your Sandstorm, Boomy, Remy, very stacked team. But to bring that one to the distance, does that give them the leg up in that white team matchup? That's the question here.
It's definitely showing that the orange team is no stranger to 2v2s. They're not just going to roll over and die. They're going to go in. They're going to take it to game 3. And I think that this is going to be a very close matchup between the white team and the orange team. And speaking of the white team, I think we've got a little bit of a conversation with ISIDROO talking about some of the matchups that he's going to be going into this across the Pro Series.
Oh, wow. All right. So are we able to roll into that?
Hey guys, what's up? I'm ISIDROO. I'm the captain of the white team, along with my teammates Faison and Cody Travis. I'm really confident in my team. I think we've been popping off so far. We already crushed pink team in the first week, and it wasn't even a sweat. We just beat orange team in our first set versus them in the crew battles. The only team we're worried about in our pool is black team, but I think it's doable, and we're going to try our best to win. I was looking forward to crushing pink team, and we did it. Wasn't even a sweat, like I said. They did, you know, life happens. Something that I've really enjoyed about Pro Series 2 is the way I play with Cody and how I'm trying to imitate that onto Faison. Like, personally, when I play with Cody, Cody's like if you've ever watched The Lion King, Cody's the rhino, right? And I'm the hummingbird. And Cody destroys everything, and I'm just cleaning up everything. Because it's fun. And I'm trying to make Faison a rhino, and I'm still the hummingbird. And I think it's funny and fun to play with him like that. Thank all you guys for your support. It means a lot to us. I hope you keep rooting for us, because we're probably going to win the entire thing, hopefully. I really hope so. And, you know, keep cheering us on. We're going to try our best. Thanks for everything.
I love that analogy of he wants his partner to be the rhino, right?
Yeah, and he's the hummingbird.
He's the hummingbird. I don't know if that's the actual animal. Just a little bit of
not really sure. Not really sure on that one.
Yeah, but
he
either
might know
way.
a lot of the more minor characters of the movie. But it is kind of cool that you get to see some of those plays and what he's been working for with that third man on their team, Faison, and how he is sculpting that 2v2 experience.
Right. They have this game plan in mind, but we haven't really heard a lot about that Faison and Cody Travis combination. So we don't know if we're going to just have two rhinos in there and it's just going to be a glass shop and going to tear everything down, or if these two rhinos might not have as much success. But it is very interesting to see that he's kind of like taking that combination that he has with his already established partner and saying, all right, I'm going to try to morph this other combination together. And I think we're going to see that in just a little bit. We have yet to see what these players are going to be sending into this lobby.
So that's a big question, right?
Yeah.
When do you send out which team?
Right.
And, all right, so Cody Travis to ISIDROO, long-time established 2v2 team. You got to see ISIDROO trying to sculpt Faison into the kind of pairing that he likes.
Be my rhino.
Be my rhino. That's what he is asking of him. Where do you think those teams ideally want to match up against the orange team? Which ones are they shooting for? Which ones will they end up giving them the winning record against?
Okay, I think I would expect them to start off with the dual rhinos. If the dual rhinos have success, then they're good. They're flying high, because then they have these other combinations that are they have a kind of mold that they're expecting. If they send in Faison first, I expect it to be Faison and Cody Travis. But if they send in Cody Travis or ISIDROO first, I likely will see them go in with just kind of the very established Cody Travis ISIDROO combination. Okay. And then round 2, they'll go in with the Faison. So that's kind of my predictions for how that'll start off based on who goes in first.
All right, so you want them to just start off strong, take game 1, put the pressure onto the orange team.
Absolutely.
Which of the orange team pairings do you think would fare best against Cody and ISIDROO if they are trying to slam into that brick wall?
You know, that's a tough one. Who can take down a rhino, right? Who's got the elephant gun on the team? I think SANTY is a strong pick to go in against to go in round 1. And I would put him with Double Dime. I think Double Dime's been looking real good as of late. I've been liking what he's doing. He's shown he has a lot of versatility, right? He's shown he's got a Kaya, he's got a Zariel. I've seen his Ogrim. He's got a big character pool, so he's going to give his team a lot of versatility to start off game 1.
Okay. And where do you think the Double Dime Blood Diamond Because I know those are kind of what you would expect as the more established pair in that triumvirate. Where do you want to see that? What team are they hoping to take down with that combination?
I think if they can get the read on the white team, they'll put them in against CODY, Travis, and ISIDROO.
Oh, wow.
If they don't have the read, save it as the anchor team. Like you were saying, it's a little bit of a more established team. But I think they're hopping in right now, and just as I was saying, it's going to be ISIDROO and Phazon. They're just completely cutting me off, but it's going to be the orange team with SANTY and Double Dime, which was my prediction.
Oh, all right. And ISIDROO, we see locking in Bryn. Phazon, I want to know, who is he bringing out here? Is it going to be that Wushang that we kind of saw a little bit in the twos last week, or does he have more in the pocket?
Oh, snap, a Mirage pick. Okay, that's very interesting. He'll still have that Spear, which I think blends really well with ISIDROO's Bryn, but he's also got this Scythe, which, as of late, we've been seeing a little bit more Jiro coming out from Phazon, so he's clearly shown that he's established with this Scythe. Has some very strong signatures. Those down signatures, we were watching Boomy last week get a lot of kills with them. So I think we're going to expect something similar from Phazon.
All right, and then we'll see what the orange team ends up picking. Now we get to see a little bit of the stats on how ISIDROO has been doing every time that he's shown up.
He's won
in this 2v2 Pro Series.
100%
he's
win rate.
Won. Absolutely phenomenal. Now Double Dime showing off some of his stats here. Only that one top 8, but power ranked 30. That means he has been taking down some serious names.
Yeah, but that's a tough statistic to argue against. He has appeared in 2 2v2 matchups and lost in both of them.
Uh-oh.
But it is against the black team, all right, to be fair.
Of course.
That was against Boomy and Remy and Boomy and Sandstorm, so he had a really tough match to go into.
And rocking into that, we've got SANTY sliding on over to his 2v2 stats from last week. He was able to take a game down against the black team, so really strong pick to lead it out here.
I definitely like the idea of putting in SANTY early. SANTY has shown that he's very strong, but he still needs to get a little bit more time, a little bit more experience under his belt. So putting him in early, getting him more time to get ready is definitely a strong idea. And sounds like the map bans are underway.
Ooh, all right. So we are going Double Dime and SANTY. Double Dime locking in his Kaya pick. You mentioned he likes playing a lot of bow. He's got the Kaya, he's got the Zariel. Here we see him pairing up with the Spear. That's a strong 2v2 weapon.
Yeah, Spear it's a great overall weapon. Going way back, we saw Spear from basically the beginning of 2v2s, and Double Dime clearly bringing that alongside. I mean, there's 3 characters here with Spears. That's got to mean something, right?
Absolutely. And the one that doesn't have it, it's SANTY. With the forward position here, he's got the Asuri. That's the speed, the dex, the Katar's sword, a lot of close-range edge guard material.
Yo, but a great start from the white team, actually stealing out the spawn weapon, and that means they've got the spawn weapon advantage. Got a little bit of damage. You can see in the top right, SANTY is pretty hurt, but it's going to be a little while before anyone's close to that kill percent.
Definitely worse for wear. Oh my gosh, they are splitting them off to the side. Double Dime fighting his way back to stage, but Phazon setting him up for the edge guard. SANTY rotating, trying to give a little bit of pressure. No, he's going for the edge guard.
And I like the rotation from Phazon. He saw that ISIDROO was in a little bit of trouble. Likely the call came out, so he had to make the rotation over, try to put some pressure on the back end of SANTY. Ends up getting that down signature, sends Double Dime up. Double Dime dancing around the left side. It's going to be a kill onto SANTY.
Red team looking for the double. They do get it on Dime. That's 2 stocks down. Red team up with the early lead.
And you saw them trying to go for that sandwich onto SANTY, wanted to take advantage of that short power play while Double Dime was respawning, but Double Dime immediately comes in, shuts it down with that Spear neutralite.
Phazon keeping that Spear, using the little bit of range against SANTY. I mean, Red team has done a phenomenal job just key rotations against their opponents, keeping them off balance.
A fantastic movement from the red team to be in those proper positions. Oh. But that down signature whiff is going to result in Phazon getting sent flying.
He's off to the side. He needs the save.
Oh, Phazon
got the chase dodge. He touched
off his
team. But ISIDROO unable to recover there. Phazon shortly to follow, but they do still have the damage lead pretty significantly. Orange across the blue team.
They got great damage off those initial stocks, and ISIDROO was basically dead to rights, so that nair from Phazon to save his own life, basically worth. Nice side air on the left side is going to result in a kill on Double Dime. SANTY in the power play, able to avoid the follow-up from Phazon. Right. Orange team and white team.
Here we go. Double Dime getting a little bit of the damage on there. SANTY looking for the damage. No, Phazon splitting him wide. They got the power play on Double Dime. He's looking in trouble. He's the only one down on his final stock.
Nice side air leads to the kill. Again, Phazon keeping... Oh, nice turnaround there. Another one.
Oh, no, he's caught. Double Dime so far outside. SANTY has to go for the save, but Phazon intercepting. Double Dime is going out. That is it. SANTY is left alone.
Phazon just being that Rhino. The ground pound from Phazon leads to game 1.
All right, so incredibly strong lead for ISIDROO and Phazon here, securing that first victory for the white team.
Yeah, clearly they had a strat in mind. It worked well. Phazon did a great job of rotating over, despite the fact that in the initial interview, ISIDROO was saying that he was going to have Phazon be that Rhino. He did a great job of not just going straight forward blindly. He rotated around, tried to help out ISIDROO.
Yeah, SANTY, I mean, he went for some bold saves at the end there, but Phazon, those interruptions with the scythe just kept SANTY from able to save Double Dime. That was crazy.
Yeah, the offstage scythe from Phazon was absolutely nutty. You're seeing that final just string coming out from him, and we are going to see the new combination of players. Looks like CODY Travis is going to be swapping in for Phazon. Not too surprised. Looks like the white team just going to try to shut this down a quick 2-0. Not sure who the orange team sent in replacement. Well, obviously they sent in Blood Diamond. I'm not sure who they replaced, though.
All right, so we're going to be locking in map bans here. What map do you want to see from CODY Travis?
CODY Travis does really well on tri-platform maps, as well as like kind of the very straightforward maps that everyone's practiced on, right?
Okay, yeah.
So if you have some kind of wonky maps, I don't think he'll do as well, but looks like the pick is going to be Mammoth. CODY Travis and ISIDROO for the white team going to be going up against this orange team combination of Blood Diamond and SANTY.
Ooh, SANTY getting some guitar strings started, but ISIDROO denying, just answering back with a little bit of spear damage.
Oh, both of them going for that recovery onto Blood Diamond. They are building up this damage onto Blood Diamond. Blood Diamond picking out an interesting pick, going in with this Caspian. I do think he played Val last time I saw him.
Yeah, he's been bouncing around a ton of different legends. Not too surprised to see, Caspian on there. He does play a lot of guitars, but are gauntlets the pick? Are they that strong weapon that he's looking for in this current meta?
Oh, CODY Travis with a strong weapon. The blaster is down 6. Nice response from Blood Diamond. Going to keep this close and even. Stocks completely even. Health fairly even. It's going to be between CODY Travis and SANTY. Who's going to die first? Or sorry, CODY Travis and Blood Diamond, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, the damage has been so even between these two teams. You even see ISIDROO and SANTY going into the orange. CODY Travis, first one to fall on the last defense. Blood Diamond really extending this stock, still surviving even then.
He's living so long on this Caspian and even got that 2v1 onto ISIDROO. He's going to throw out the salute. Bold strategy coming out from Blood Diamond. We'll see how that pays off as the stocks have been evened up on that one.
Oh, no.
He tried to
went
save
for
him.
the save, but SANTY falling to his doom. I don't know, man. That salute might have been it.
That's a good buy to the white team. Oh, nice.
Perfect dive kick.
Nice down air. CODY Travis looking for that turnaround as he did get back onto the stage. ISIDROO trying to keep that protection, just keep SANTY from turning it into 2v1 off stage, but the recovery keeps the stocks even. Nice interrupt from SANTY, that falling there.
Blood Diamond really going for some of these follow-ups. Uh-oh, they've got both. A little bit of extra damage on ISIDROO. CODY Travis managed to split wide. All right, coming on, CODY Travis. A little bit damaged. You know, he's got that Barraza defense. That's why he's able to hold on to these stocks. But against...
Oh, the weapon toss actually shutting down the Force Vector on that one. That just saved his life.
SANTY so damaged, but CODY Travis is the first to fall.
ISIDROO can't die. Oh, it's all left to
no.
CODY Travis against the 3 stocks of the orange team. If he can get this kill onto SANTY, I still believe in CODY Travis in the 1v1.
That's going to be his path to victory. He's got to take that out. He cannot get caught into any sort of team combo. I mean, Barraza's got the defense, but all those hits certainly add up.
SANTY definitely knows that he is the target of CODY Travis. He's playing very far away, letting Blood Diamond be that point position.
So you need to ask yourself, is he going to go? Oh, no. Team combo starting up. Blood Diamond getting. He got the dodge punish, pushing CODY Travis just into the orange. Feeling it out. Blood Diamond still unarmed. Cody Travis actually weapon-starving Blood Diamond amidst this 2v1.
Despite the man advantage to the orange team, Cody Travis is denying weapons from Blood Diamond. Gets the side air. 1v1 opportunity for Cody Travis. SANTY, immediate disengagement.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Let Blood Diamond come back. Let him get into position. Get those team combos going. That is your path to victory.
Oh, snap. The recovery and the nair both colliding onto Cody Travis. He is taking damage.
It's really building up. But SANTY just needs one tap to get knocked out. You see him playing that support role. Coming in. Oh!
Great avoidance from Cody Travis.
He had to steer Cody Travis off of there. Absolutely phenomenal.
Oh!
With the flip.
It's not going to kill.
He's still alive. Barraza, he is more machine than man now.
His defense is too much. Nice
dive
there.
kick. He's
That'll be
out of
enough.
it. That's recovery, spent, Blood Diamond, and SANTY securing it. Game 2 for the orange team.
And that's going to be a huge momentum swing to the orange team. We were talking about how this combination of Cody Travis and ISIDROO is arguably one of the most established teams for the white team. That's going to be big for the orange team now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you were almost banking on Cody Travis and ISIDROO being a stock just free game there in the set. Now this really puts on the back foot. Cody Travis and Phazon is the final combination for the white team.
And that combination is going to be going up against what I was saying the orange team should be this anchor combination, Blood Diamond and Double Dime.
Man, that is a lot of experience right there on that team.
This is going to be a tough matchup for the white one, and this might be a huge turning point for the orange team. Like I was saying at the start of today, this is kind of the last-ditch effort for a lot of these teams. The teams who are currently 0-3, if they don't win here, they cannot make it into the grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, that is where this starts becoming, white team and orange team. They've both been doing pretty well in their sets. So this is kind of like, okay, who's going to be scrambling onto the top of this pile, looking to go into that series final?
Well, we're seeing, that's right, Double Dime coming in. He is going to be teaming up with Blood Diamond to go up against Phazon and Cody Travis in Game 3 of this 2v2 rotation.
Ooh, and we are flying back to Mammoth Fortress. Nice, stable stage. You said you like this one for Cody Travis because it gives him the room to work.
That is true. Cody Travis, he's definitely done well on this map in previous times, but he is going to be teaming up with Phazon. He's got the axe, hitting some decent damage built up onto Double Dime with his A's off. But Double Dime now underneath Cody Travis on the right side, though. Phazon playing this scythe game. Nice interrupt. Can't keep the pressure, though.
That's what I think might be a key factor in taking this game for the white team. Phazon with that off-stage scythe. If he can split Double Dime and Blood Diamond, Cody Travis is just going to get to be a free wrecking ball.
When you see Cody Travis trying to get that neutral signature, swing him around like the ball on that chain. Nice follow-up from Phazon with the recovery, keeping this damage built up onto Double Dime. Great spot dodge, avoiding the recovery, and the interrupt from Cody Travis.
So much damage going across the board. Whoa.
Just over it. The neutral light from the axe has a little bit of vertical force to it.
Ooh, Phazon crossing over to pressure Double Dime. This has just been cat and mouse all game.
Oh, no. A little bit of team damage coming out from Double Dime. And like you said, back and forth, cat and mouse. Who is going to fall first?
I got to tell you, orange team, way split. Double KO for the white team. That's the synchronized play.
They just had to synchronize their watches. Now they're completely in sync. They are good to go. There's the follow-up down airs.
Oh my gosh!
And the follow-up from Cody Travis. So much damage put out onto Double Dime in just that brief moment.
Phazon going down. Cody Travis short to follow. But, I mean, come on. That was such a brutal team combo. Huge damage lead built for the white team.
At the very least, that's got to be a blow to the morale of the orange team.
Oh, yeah.
Cody Travis
splitting
Blood
kill? Diamond down onto his final stock. Cody Travis, absolutely monstrous.
And now you see them trying to chase down Double Dime while Blood Diamond was respawning. Oh, he got the neutral light, and you saw Cody Travis was just barely in stun. Oh, no! Blood Diamond off stage! But the ground pound is going to send him upwards, so Blood Diamond able to make it back to that wall. Phazon chasing.
Phazon just from the top rope for the safety play. Oh, spiking him down with the ground pound. Double Dime scooping right around Cody Travis.
Nice interrupt with the weapon toss from Cody Travis will get him back to that wall safely. And despite all of the damage and all of the threats that were put out on the left side, still no one's fallen. Finally, Phazon gonna fall. That's gonna even up the stocks, but only for a moment. Cody Travis with the side sig.
What an answer. Now they've got a short power play against Blood Diamond. Double Diamond still unarmed. A little bit of team damage coming out. Blood Diamond just needs one solid hit to get knocked out, and Double Diamond's alone.
Scythe attempt from Phazon, but Blood Diamond goes down, and like you were saying, Double Diamond all alone against this white team.
Ooh, but he's doing a phenomenal job just avoiding any of that extra damage. He gets the hit and then avoids the safe follow-up. Oh, but Phazon, neutral light into neutral signature, sending Double Diamond up high, deep in the red.
Neutral sig connects, Double Diamond sent flying, little bit of team damage there in celebration from Cody Travis.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Double Dime playing risky off the side. Don't blame him, but the down air going to seal the deal. White team taking a 2-1 victory over Orange.
Ooh, and Cody Travis putting out the damage, 707.
Jeez.
That's some work.
There was so much that happened in that team combo that wrapped up both of the Orange team members.
That was insane. I mean, that was basically the momentum, right? Like, they started off, they got the synchronization, and you're like, all right, we got this. We are going to win this one. And then immediately on the respawn, they got the 2v1 into a 2v2. They had both of them locked in at one point.
And I mean, that is just such a sprint ahead in the game state. Incredibly well played. I mean, Phazon really showing up in this 2v2.
Well, really well done from the white team, and that means that they are currently 4-0 across the series.
Oh my gosh.
That is, that's big.
That is a strong showing.
Yeah.
They got to be feeling good. You know,
Yes.
closing out week 2, just flawless victory before they go into that final week to decide who is going to end up in the series final.
Well, we'll find out next week who ultimately will make it, but really well played from the white team, shutting down the orange team. They did take it to game 3, though.
Oh, yeah. It was a close set. We didn't
Yeah.
expect Cody Travis and ISIDROO to get knocked down.
No. I mean, that was, again, arguably the strongest combination of the white team. Orange team able to beat it out, and
Santy. Santy's good,
Santy's
man.
looking
You got to
good.
watch out.
We did say Santy's a strong 2v2er, though.
Oh, sure.
That's what we know him a little bit more for.
Yeah. And so I'm not entirely surprised. But, you know, we'll see how that matchups end up stacking out for their play next week. Right now, white team riding high.
Oh, yeah, they've got to be feeling good about that one. Up next, the next matchup is going to be the purple team versus the blue team.
Oh, man.
Purple team looking real strong, especially off of each of their crew battles. Started the first one off, getting the 9 stocks. Didn't even have to bring out player 2 or player 3. Wrench shut it down. Week 2, Lil Cap looking like he was going to do the exact same thing, but Ethan did have to step in just for a little bit, had to clean up a little bit. But then we're going to be going into the 2v2s. Break down this matchup a little bit.
All right, so purple team, you said it yourself. They have taken so many stocks in the crew battle. That's the 1v1 space. So I think you do not want to split the teams into 2 separate 1v1s on the map. You want to keep it nice in the nitty-gritty center where you've got a ton of scrambles with 4 people going on. If you leave them to the separate 1v1s, Lil Cap to Wrenched, they've shown they can just clean sweep.
Yeah, Lil Cap and Wrenched, they're a really strong combination. Yeah, we got the blue team coming up. We've talked a little bit about this blue team, though. Generally, we can kind of point out the fact that Silly Gobi has just been a strong support player through and through. He's been on
for sure.
so many combinations of teams and done well in basically all of them.
Yeah, he is a little bit of that 2v2 glue. You know, you can stick him wherever you want, and he just makes the team work. He's very adaptive to whatever his teammate needs.
And then Starlight and Atrophius, what do you think of that combination of teams? Because obviously, Silly Gobi plus Person sounds strong.
Yep. All right, so Starlight and Trophy, like Starlight, obviously fantastic 2v2 player. Current results usually fare better in the 2v2 space. He's a former 2v2 world champion. Cannot forget that.
Yeah.
And I think he can go well with pretty much any of the members on his team. Atrophius, on the other hand, I do like that one of Atrophius' earliest clips is actually against Starlight in a 1v1.
Okay.
So this is kind of the meeting of the minds. You know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Of course.
Then they become your friends, and you crush your enemies together.
Yeah.
I like this equation. I like the way that it's going. I think Atrophius' Scythe really opens up all those deadly cannon strings for Atrophius to just go, oh, Starlight, here, have this one. And then he just deletes them. That's what I'm looking forward to when they play together.
Okay. And then on the purple side, we talked a little bit. Obviously, we know Lil Captain Ethan, a very strong team.
Oh, yeah.
Very powerful. But we've seen Wrenched have kind of mixed success in 2v2s. I know after last week, Wrenched he tweeted out something along the lines of, I'm going to learn 2v2s.
That's a dangerous statement. Yeah. Because the last time he said something he was going to do, he said he was going to start winning tournaments. And what did he do? Now he is in grand finals all the time.
Yes.
So when he puts his mind to something, he will do it. So I'm very curious to see how his 2v2 shakes out this week.
Yeah, I want to know, because it's been a week. A week is...
You might think that's not enough time.
To some people, it is plenty of time. To some people, it is not even close to enough time. And I want to know which one of these is Wrenched on. Is he the, I've been practicing 24 hours a day, 100 days a week for the last week, which is mathematically impossible.
Sure.
Or is he the, you know what? Sorry, life gets in the way. I had school. I practiced sword and said that I was going to be a sword god. And, you know, like...
Well, here's the thing. He knows how to make effective use of his time. It's not just spending X number of hours in training room. It's spending X numbers of hours in training effectively.
Okay, yeah.
So he is on that high download speed, the extreme adaptability.
He's got that Fios.
So I imagine he's able to just work in, okay, what are the main factors that I need to focus on? And he has an amazing support system. I mean, Lil Capt, Ethan, fantastic 2v2 players. I mean, they've been in top 3s, top 8s for 2v2s for a very long time now. He can just ask them, hey, what is it more that I need in my game plan?
What do I need to do to work with you better?
Yeah, exactly. And he is able to take that feedback and polish it into gold very quickly.
All right, so what combination do you think purple team should be sending in first then?
Oh, man. All right, so first, I think they just want to go open it up with Lil Captain Wrenched.
Okay.
They just had the crazy strength in the 1v1s.
Yeah.
If they can manage to split those teams into the 2 separate 1v1s, that's a free victory. And whatever work Wrenched has been doing on 2v2s, I think Lil Capt is the one that is able to give him the better advice and seem better with that.
Okay, and then what do you think their ultimate, like, what are they going to hold back? Are they going to save Lil Captain Ethan for the final anchor team to just absolutely dominate, or are they going to put that in game 2 if they do well in game 1?
I'm thinking Lil Captain Ethan has to be that anchor team.
Okay.
I mean, Ethan, you know, he took 3rd place at the World Championship this past year with Sandstorm on the 2v2 stage. So, incredibly phenomenal 2v2 player. He usually ends up rocking Scythe or Spear or both. So that gives you a lot of range. And Lil Capt going with the hammers, that's a lot of range. I mean, they just pair really well together to just always keep the opponent at arm's length.
Okay. And then on the other side, blue team, again, we've kind of beaten this one to almost to death that Silly Gobi is a strong 2v2 support. Do you think they're going to go in with Silly Gobi starting it off strong for game 1 and game 2? Or do you think we're going to show off a little bit, have that Starlight Atrophius, see if Atrophius can set up for Starlight?
I mean, honestly, I think the anchor team that you want to reserve here, because that's going to be the main question, is the Starlight Silly Gobi.
Yeah, I would agree on that one.
Because I feel like that's just such a strong combination. Starlight, phenomenal 2v2 player, and Silly Gobi can really just supply him with all the plays he needs to make it work to its best advantage.
Plus, they've played together. They were at 2017 World Championship. They teamed up, got pretty far. I honestly can't remember how far, but they definitely established they are a very strong team. Unfortunately, after that, Silly Gobi, you know, he's like, I'm going to see what greener pastures are out there.
Of course.
Switched it up, and he's been doing really well for himself in the 2v2 scape. But at the same time, Starlight and Silly Gobi, that's an established team. That is a team that I think would be a very strong anchor for the blue team.
Yeah, that's my pick for their anchor.
Okay.
Pick for the lead. Maybe a little bit biased. I want to see the Atrophius Starlight.
Okay.
Just go out full bore, scythe into cannon combos. That's what I want to see.
Okay, I think you make a very good point. I suspect the blue team will not do that, though. I think that they're going to save Starlight for Game 2 and Game 3. I think they like to let Starlight go from game to game as opposed to kind of having that break in between.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to keep Starlight in reserve.
All right, that makes sense.
All right, well, speaking of the blue team, why don't we show off a little bit about this blue team? Show off some stuff they've done.
If you weren't able to catch the past weeks, let's take a look. Man, Silly Gobi looking pretty strong in those clips.
Yeah, I've been liking what I'm seeing from Silly Gobi. I'm very interested in his character picks. We'll see what he ends up going with, but like in history tournaments, he's been generally going for the Thatch as of late. But when we last saw him, obviously in those clips, he was playing the Bodvar. He also has a Roland in the back pocket, so it's going to be interesting to see what he ultimately decides is going to work best with his team. Because maybe the Thatch does not work as synergized as well with the Sidra pick from Starlight, which we know he's going to be going with.
Right. Oh, yeah. Starlight always on Sidra. That's pretty much the immediate lock-in. Silly Gobi, I really do like seeing that Bodvar from him. that little clip of him just managing to out-Bodvar Lilcat.
Like, what?
Who does that?
Lilcat only plays Bodvar.
Who is capable of that? That was absolutely phenomenal. I want to see more of that. I think Bodvar is a solid 2v2 pick. It's kind of like that jack of all trades going on. Midline stats, very standard signatures. They do exactly what you expect them to. Thatch, a little bit harder of a sell with the low defense in a 2v2 space.
Right, but to be fair, he has done very well for himself with that Thatch.
Yeah.
He's going to be sacrificing a hammer for Blasters, but Blasters has that lockdown potential to set up for stuff for his teammates. So there is that kind of potential. Plus, if he goes in with the Sidra, double cannonballs would just be really cool to see.
Team Pirates.
Yeah,
I mean,
you just do it you do it cuz. Right. You just do it because you have to.
That could be really strong. I like the theming,
Yeah.
It is very strong, and you know what? You gotta look good together if you expect to play well together.
Right. Well, I guess we're gonna have to see what they ultimately decide to send in. Who is gonna come in first? Looks like it is gonna be Silly Gobi to start it off. And
all right.
Will they start off with their strong foot? Will they go in with the Starlight, or will they send in the Atrophius alongside him?
So you're imagining if they've got Starlight as anchor. So this, if your theory pans out, Starlight's gonna be in these first two games.
Yeah. That would be my assumption, is that it's going to be Silly Gobi in Starlight, and then likely it'll be Starlight and Atrophius. I don't think they like to have Starlight have that wait time, but at the same time, we've been praising Silly Gobi, so maybe they just want to try to have their strongest two games with the best possible support. On the other side, I would be very surprised to see the purple team not have Wrenched go in Game 1 and Game 2, and not have Lil Captain Ethan be that Game 3.
Yeah, that is exactly what I would be thinking here, just because that anchor is way too strong.
Yeah.
And
it's a very heavy anchor.
Yes. Yeah, you gotta weigh it all the way down.
Oh, yeah.
And Wrenched, just given how he has been talking about 2v2, I think he even just kind of wants to play these first matches almost to get that experience under his belt before heading towards the series final.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got to look at the long road. Even though that he has to get through this match now, there's still plenty more matches in this series to go.
Look at Ethan's stats. Every time he's shown up in the Pro Series,
He just wins.
he just wins.
He can't help it.
Man, Starlight locking in 17, over 17.5 grand.
That's pretty nice.
From Brawlhalla tournaments. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Incredibly consistent, 25 top 8s to his name.
And a lot of that does come from, again, that world championship that he had won alongside his teammate Daiku at the time.
Yeah. I mean, they were one of those cross-region teams that worked out so well. Here we go. Wrenched Ethan versus Starlight Silly Goby. We're going to Mammoth Fortress.
And no surprise to see these character picks. Silly Goby going to be on that. Bodvar, Starlight on that Sidra. Wrench going to be going over to this Suri with the Katars. And then Ethan going to be busting out that Hattori.
All right. So I am glad to see Silly Goby go for that Bodvar pick. It's a little bit more stability into this team.
He'll synergize a little bit better with his teammate on that Sidra. Might be able to get those follow-ups, but you do see them kind of splitting the purple team a little bit here.
Yeah. Oh! Ethan staying just under that hammer swing, letting Starlight get chunked by it. Ooh, Silly Goby with the rotation, but Ethan just skirting around disaster.
Oh my gosh. You saw Silly Goby try to give the reprieve to Starlight, but as he did so, Wrenched immediately put the pressure back onto Starlight. Starlight couldn't get back up, and so Starlight has just been sitting on the left side wall unarmed for so long.
Man, Starlight was so close to getting that follow-up, but Ethan just managing to avoid it. Oh, getting skipped off the side. Wrenched alone, they get the momentary 2v1 power play. Damage just building up across the board. Everyone is one hit from getting knocked out.
But who is going to get that hit? You see Starlight looking for that neutral air. It's going to be the side air. Wrench trying to get the immediate response kill, but the follow from Silly Goby getting the setup from Starlight for the side air to kill. Oh, the
triple nair. Ethan going into the orange just barely. Silly Goby chunking damage left and right.
Yeah, they want to get as much damage as they can on these first stocks. They know they're in that kill percent, so they want to widen this gap. Left side, Starlight's going to... Wrench falls! What? Wrench just so good off stage, and Starlight's going to be the one to beat him out.
Oh my gosh. 3-stock lead here.
Okay.
All right. They're starting to chip away at it. They need to turn that momentum down. I mean, Starlight and Silly Goby were really just running away with this match.
But keep in mind, Wrenched is down to his final stock. If Starlight and Silly Goby take this stock off of Wrench, that's just 2v1 territory for days.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Starlight coming back over the side. Wow!
Oh my gosh,
Silly Goby taking down Ethan. Starlight finally falling, but man, Wrenched deep in the red on his final stock. This is nigh insurmountable.
Yeah, this is looking very tough for the purple team. But Wrenched, I mean, it's Wrenched we're talking about, right? One offstage gimp, and suddenly they're right back in this. He just has to force one of the blue team members off stage.
Yeah, he's got to survive to do that. Deep in the red. Oh, no! Silly Goby just stopped. Side air. Smack him out of there. Ethan left alone against Starlight and Silly Goby.
4 stocks left for the blue team. Ethan has to do this dance.
Oh, man, we are in it for the long haul. Ethan, use that speed to your advantage.
What a zoomy character. Oh, Silly Goby!
Oh my gosh, Silly Goby looking to just take out everybody else.
Silly Goby's just hunting for kills now, just trying to pad that damage dealt stat.
Oh my gosh. Ethan skipping around, but he's already gotten sent into the red so quickly. Finding his way to victory. Oh my gosh!
He got both!
Both almost took out both. All right, so that's one of the 4 stocks gone. 3 to go. One of them's... Oh, no! Ethan Dreams dashed upon the rocks. Silly Goby and Starlight taking that victory for the blue team.
He was starting to get on that number line. He got to 1. Unfortunately, there were 3 more to go.
Man, I believed for a moment, you know?
Yeah. When he got both of them in the side stick, I was like, oh, can he do this?
Oh, jeez. Starlight and so blue team, what an opening.
All right, they're putting that best foot forward. But now, what is the combination going to be? Are they going to be coming in with that Atrophius Starlight, or are they going to leave Silly Goby in? Because Silly Goby, he kind of went off.
Yeah.
I think just let him have his momentum.
I mean, you were saying you're expecting them to go for the Starlight Atrophius. And, that is exactly what we're getting here. I want these Scythe Cannon plays. And then we've got Lil Cap and Ethan rocking it.
All right. I don't blame the purple team for sending this combination in. They're like, all right, we kind of got rocked in game 1. We need to come back into this. We need the momentum.
Do or die.
You're going to have to sit out on this one, unfortunately. But that means that they have this final combination. They know what's going to happen. Wrenched has time to start studying up on the Atrophius and Silly Gobi combo. On the other side, Silly Gobi's got time to think about what's going to happen with this combination from the purple team.
Man, all right. Well, let's see first if Little Captain Ethan can stand up to Starlight Atrophius. Because they are up 1-0 in the set.
They got to get through game 2.
Rocking back onto Mammoth Fortress. A lot of open air for Starlight to get his cannon strings.
He's got to get that cannon first. Does pick it up. Nice downlight down air. Atrophius with the follow-up.
Oh my gosh.
Looks like they've got a combo in mind.
Yeah, Starlight already pouring a ton of damage, but Ethan and Lil Cap answering back so quickly. Everyone near the orange. This is so
Nice
back
interrupt.
and forth. Every time somebody gets a combo started, the partner just comes in and interrupts.
It's so great on all sides. Just great synergy. And Starlight getting the setup. Atrophius, he was in position, was looking for the follow-up. Ethan from underneath is going to get both of the blue team members and send him off. Atrophius has to get to the wall of that pogo. And Atrophius falls to his death. First stock taken by the purple team.
Oh, Starlight going around
he
underneath. Oh, Ethan rotating around.
The pressure.
Scared Starlight off.
This is too much. He got scared.
The mind gimp.
But Atrophius trying to get that kill.
Ooh, Ethan, I love that dodge read mix-up. All right, they're really looking to take out. Bam! Take out Lil Cap. That's one stock gone. Ethan short to follow. No! Just fending off Starlight here. Working his way back onto stage. They've got it split into the 2 separate 1v1s. Oh, but Ethan with the awareness, almost getting that follow-up.
Almost had the setup into the side air. Atrophius with that recovery, still not going to kill the Hattori. And a great dodge up avoids the follow-up from Atrophius. He was looking for the read.
Ooh. Starlight punishing that
Still not
dodge.
dead.
Ethan still alive?
What?
How? How
Hattori.
does he do it? Hattori doesn't have that
right.
much defense. That's right. Get him out of here. Cannon blast up off the top.
But he got so much mileage out of that first stock from the Hattori. Ethan really putting his team ahead. The stomp into the side air. Atrophius goes down. Starlight on the right side.
This is
He's
exactly the kind of turnaround purple team needed. Starlight ready to get knocked out. Lil Cap going for the edge guard. Oh, but Atrophius taking the pressure off of him. Perfect. Hunting around. Starlight really wants to get this weapon, but Ethan just denying it. Uh-oh. Here we go. Team combo time.
Oh. DI's left. Oh, what? Starlight got caught. He's going to eat that one and fall to his death. Atrophius on the left side. Gimp opportunity for Ethan, but Starlight rotating over means Ethan has to go upward and Atrophius gets back up safely.
All right, didn't get out unscathed, but got out with his stock intact.
Staying alive for now. Still 4 stocks left on the purple team.
Starlight off onto the side, looking to just swoop in at the right moment. Oh, but got caught himself.
Oh. The neutral sig coming out from Lil Cap ended up catching Ethan on that one.
Atrophius coming in, taking the pressure off of Starlight. Double edge guard opportunity.
Oh, Starlight with the recovery. Sends Atrophius up. Atrophius cannot afford to take too much more damage. Nice recovery sends Ethan off. Keeping him going, keeping him off stage. But both of the purple team members able to get back down to ground and immediately the down zig.
All right, bringing the stock lead down to 1, down to none. Starlight and Atrophius, they're going to need some big combos to come back from this one. Atrophius just, he needs a tap to get deleted. There it is.
That's the tap. Lil Cap gets the kill onto Starlight. Starlight has to get back up. He has to get through 2 fresh stocks of the purple team. And
ooh,
nice.
I love the target switch there.
Absolutely.
Wow, Starlight doing such a great job swapping targets, maneuvering around, not getting tagged by anything more than just a couple damage.
Oh, he's living.
Still alive. Starlight's got another shot. He's booming back and forth, but Ethan intercepting the cannon. Purple team tying it up 1-1.
But I want to give credit to the blue team. They got that a lot closer than it looked like it was going to be. There was a moment where it was 4 stocks to 2 stocks, and those 4 stocks were extra healthy, and those 2 stocks were basically dead. And Starlight and Atrophius were like, no, we're going to make this a little bit closer. We want those numbers to look a little bit better.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? They still look good, but Lil Captain Ethan just looking better. They tied it up. They switched that momentum. Now we're going into game 3 of the set.
This is going to be a close one. The final combinations from both of these teams will be sent in just a little bit. Atrophius and Silly Goby versus Lil Capped and Wrenched.
All right, so what do you think are the adjustments that Wrenched will need to do here in order to really show up and secure this for his team?
You know, it's going to sound real dumb, but Wrenched just needs to show up. Like, Lil Capped is a really strong player. Wrenched just needs to not disappear. There was a stock that he just kind of lost in game one, right? If Wrench just kind of slows it down, which is, it's going to be hard for Wrench to slow down. There's times where he just wants to go in, especially if he sees a person off stage. Like, he just wants to go. But if Wrench can really rein it in and just be like, look, I'm going to play the support. I'm going to follow up off my teammate. I think there is a very real possibility of the purple team doing this.
Oh, all right. That sounds good. I mean, I like Wrenched doing Wrenched things.
Yeah, of course.
But, you know, he's got to stick around to do those Wrenched things. That
Step
just
one,
makes sense.
Be alive. Step 2, you do your things.
All right. So he's locking in that Asuri. No surprise there. Lil Capped with the Bodvar. Again, no surprise. But Atrophius...
A little bit of a surprise.
On Jala?
A little bit of a surprise. It is an interesting pick. It's got the sword, which, you know, sword is just one of those good, consistent weapons. You can't really go wrong when you bust out a sword. And then it's got Axe, which... We've seen Axe do well in 2v2s. Axe tends to be a little bit more popular in 2v2s than 1v1s.
Sure.
So if Atrophius is going to bust out an Axe, this would be his opportunity.
I guess that is just interesting with Silly Goby being that very stable 2v2 partner, even in his legend pick with that Bodvar. Ooh, Wrench rotating. Oh no, splits!
Uh-oh, Silly Goby's caught.
Absolutely perfect setups. Just that one Qatar side lay at the unexpected moment, giving so much damage. Silly Goby up off the top, getting hammered off stage.
Offstage opportunity. Silly Goby does get above Wrench, but the immediate recovery, and Silly Goby sent flying Atrophius unarmed.
Whoa.
Gets caught by the neutral AI. Silly Goby extending this stock just a little bit, dancing around the purple team, but not really getting a lot of mileage out of it right now. Needs a weapon. Finally gets the pickup.
Grab that hammer. Can he survive with it? No, Wrench sending him off the top. Sword recovery gonna slow it down into that. Oh, there's the bear.
That's
so
the
much
combo.
damage.
Neutralite into gravity cancel neutralite into a neutral signature.
Yeah,
Lots of
Lil
neutrals.
Captain Wrench, they're still pretty healthy.
Yeah. They definitely have a lot of room to work with against the blue team. And the blue team really needs to shut this down. They need to get back into this with the down air, almost catching Wrench, but just a little bit short. Wrench able to stay underneath it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and the down sig. Atrophius is down to his final stock. Yet to take a stock off the purple team. Silly Goby's trying for his life, but the purple team's still living.
That's gotta do it. Silly Goby, stop, hammer. Lil Capped gone down to his second stock, but Atrophius is on his final stock now.
He has to extend this stock for days. Nice recovery from Silly Goby. We'll make this a little bit even. Oh, Atrophius goes in early. That was the neutralite opportunity, but Atrophius just trying to get that extra damage. Probably saw that the respawn was coming and just wanted to shut that down, get as much damage as he could in that moment.
Oh, yeah. So now Atrophius really needs to just stay alive here. He can't afford to take too much damage. I mean, Jala, such a low defense legend, so that damage is going to build up fast, and the stock get erased so quickly. Far off the side, Lil Capped rotating over, Wrench rotating.
Oh, but the recovery, and now Silly Goby onto his final stock. Atrophius has to avoid the purple team. He has to stay alive to help out Silly Goby. A 2v1 combo from the blue team could be enough with the neutralite. Wow. Atrophius is done for. It's all left to Silly Goby against the purple team's Lil Captain Wrench combo, and here comes the neutralites.
4 stocks to go. Manages to DI out there. They hit the neutralite with the unarmed twice in that combo. Whoa! What a dodge.
Great
out of the
swap.
way.
The turnaround. Nice side air from the Silly Goby, excuse me, onto both Lil Cap and Wrenched.
Oh man, Silly Goby just trying to find his footing.
Great dodge from Silly Goby. Not enough damage to lead to the kill.
I mean, that's the thing. He's been avoiding getting KO'd, but every time he gets chipped for just a little bit more damage, and he cannot afford that. He's got them both off stage now. Going for the edge guard ground pound. All right, Lil Cap down. Wrenched deep in the red. 3 stocks to go.
Silly Goby Does he have the movement? No, he does not. Wrench knows it. And that is going to be it. The purple team shutting it down 2-1.
Man, oh man, that was a crazy set.
And you know what? Wrench did exactly what I asked him to do. He showed up.
He just showed up?
He just showed up. You just got to play.
He just came on in and he stayed.
He's like, I'm here. And Lil Cap, you do well. 715 damage done from Lil Cap. Lil Cap did very well for himself. And, I mean, what more can you say? Purple team going to be going up. And they're just looking really strong across the entire series.
That was a huge momentum shift. I mean, they really just figured out, okay, what is it that we need to change? What went wrong in game 1 that we can rectify for game 3?
And, you know, it was pretty straightforward. Like, we expected Lil Captain Ethan to be that anchor, right? We were like, that's going to be your strong team. And Lil Captain Ethan, maybe it seems like they wanted to be a little bit more of a momentum swinger, right? They're like, all right, we're just going to go in strong, and then we're going to have so much momentum that the blue team won't know what to do in game 3. And that seems like what worked out.
Man, so incredibly well played. I'm really curious how they're going to do once these matchups shift for next week. Because next week is actually the final week for group stage.
Yeah, and then the winners, they're going to go into that Ultimate Grand Finals, which is going to be incredibly exciting.
I mean, that's going to be the long haul, because it's not just one of these
it's not just
2v2
crew battles.
rotation sets. It's not just one run down the crew battle list. It's both, and best of 3 sets of all of that.
And if it ties in both of those, we get, for the first time ever, 3v3s.
3v3.
That's going to be insane. Purple team making a very strong showing to potentially be in that Ultimate Grand Finals. We'll find out next week as Purple team will continue on. Again, round robins. But coming up next, we've got Black team versus the Pink team.
Oh, man. All right. So let's talk about the Black team first. All right. Everybody's been talking about that team. I mean, it is insanely stacked. You've got Sandstorm, the current reigning world champion. You've got Boomy, the #1 power rank player. You've got Remy, former 2v2 world champion. Absolutely phenomenal. Synergy works any which way you want to switch that team up. Absolutely crazy. And they've been really showing up. But this week, their crew battle was insanely close.
Yeah, I mean, all of the paperwork aside, Black team looks so incredibly strong, but Pink team really giving them a run for their money, taking them to those final stocks. Talk about the Pink team.
All right, so we've got on the Pink team that we will see, there is Kosalix, Tiffany, and Simba. Those are just serious powerhouse players. I mean, all right, I think we're talking about the Black team a little bit here. No, all right, we're switching it up because I'm just jazzed. I'm talking about Kosalix
got some very great insights.
Okay, because I love watching this kid play every single time because he is the Lance master. He's like the one player that is seriously making it work and sticking with it throughout all of competitive Brawlhalla.
You know, I like talking about Kosalix. He's shown that he is a very intelligent, a very strong player. But I want to hear what Kosalix has to say about Kosalix.
Oh, all right. Let me know.
Let me find out.
Hello, my name is Kosalix and I am on the Pink team. I was most afraid of the White team with CODY, Travis, ISIDROO, and Phazon. CODY and Izzy are a top 4 2v2 team, and incorporating that with another top 4 2v2 player, and also some dominant ones players, ISIDROO and CODY have both gotten the better of me in tournaments. I was really scared going into that match. I'm definitely most looking forward to playing against the orange team and hopefully destroying them. Double Dime and I have been really good friends for a long time. He's one of the guys who introduced me into the pro scene, and we both got good together. Blood Diamond I've always had a small rivalry against, and SANTY, the upcomer, he's insanely good, and I just really want to either destroy them because they're kind of like the semi-pro going to pro, with Blood Diamond being that really experienced player. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm very excited. If you're a fan of Pink team, I just want to say thank you so much. We really appreciate it. Cheering for the underdogs here. Black team is insane. Purple team, another insane team. But hopefully we are the most entertaining for you to watch, and we really want to try our best to hopefully win this thing.
So Koslix, he basically said the white team, that was his hardest matchup. That's in the past. He is saying now that the team he is looking forward, he's looking into the future now, and he's saying, I look forward to beating down the orange team. He's got a lot of confidence on him right now.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know how they might feel about that, though. Because you mentioned the orange team. But we might have someone that can speak on that.
Maybe we'll get some insights from an orange team member and how they feel about what Koslix just said.
Yeah, let's see. Production, let us know. Who do we have sitting in the wings from the orange team? None other than Tuxedo Esports Double Dime. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for showing up, and thank you for showing those amazing plays during the Pro Series so far.
No, I can't.
Well, it looks like we might have some audio issues going on.
I can't hear Double Dime, but he definitely reacted like he could hear us.
Okay, all right. We're getting the audio pulled in. There we go. All right, Double Dime. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for those amazing plays. How are you feeling right now?
I wish it went a little bit better earlier, but, we kept it close again. I guess close isn't good enough, but it is what it is.
Understandable. All right. So tell us, for the folks at home who may not be as familiar with you as we are, just introduce yourself. Give us a quick rundown.
I'm Double Dime. I'm sponsored by Tuxedo Esports. I've been playing since, January 2017 now. Go to LANs, have great pop-offs.
Oh, yeah.
That's me. And I used to play a lot of LANs, and now I've moved over to a few other characters.
So you play for Tuxedo Esports, but obviously you're also part of a team. What is your team? Who are the members? And give me a little insight on them.
So our team is myself, which I just ran myself down. We got Blood Diamond, who is, one of the top players, especially at a LAN. He's a LANimal. That guy's insane. He shows up at LANs and just pops off, beats everybody. Super solid player. Really, really explosive. He can 0 to death anybody. We've seen it. I remember ECX 2017 where he just showed up and 3-stock phase on a couple times. That was pretty crazy. And then we have SANTY, who's, we decided to go with a what have you done for me lately kind of player, and SANTY has just been performing out of his mind. Let's be real. He's been performing out of his mind. He just got 5th at the latest tournament. He had 7th the one before. He's beaten Phazon. He's beaten Atrophius. He's beaten Crocky, all in the same tournament. The guy's insane. So those are my teammates.
All right, man. I love those picks. I love the pick of SANTY, roping him in there. How do you feel that you guys as a team, that unit of 3, have done in the Pro Series so far and kind of looking ahead?
We've played... SANTY and Blood Diamond have played really well. Every time we've gone into a 2v2 situation, that group of 2 has won us our game. Maybe I've played a little bit under my own expectations. But they've played really, really well. We've kept everything close, especially against 2 teams where we probably shouldn't have been as close as we were with black and white. On paper, in our minds, we feel like we could beat anybody. But on paper, it looks like we probably shouldn't have been as close as we were. We've fared okay. We would like to crack the goose egg next week against the pink team. So that's the game plan.
Yeah, so speaking of that matchup, Koslix was saying that he's looking very forward to defeating y'all, I think was the phrase. How do you feel about that? Are you worried about that matchup against the orange team? Because you know that's the next one you're going to be fighting against. Or sorry, the pink team.
They're a good team. I would absolutely adore playing Koslix in a Lance Ditto again and winning that. That as per usual. I'm 3-1 against him in tournaments.
Oh man.
Tiffany is super strong at 2s. Simba, we know what he can do. He just immediately turns on the switch and suddenly he's one of the best players in the world. They're gonna be tough. I feel like our edge comes in 2v2s because I have been 2s partners with SANTY for a long time. And none of them have been teammates with each other, so hopefully on the 2v2 side we can win that. And we have more than enough talent to beat them in the 1v1, so...
Oh, that's really cool. That is... I like that attitude. It does beg the question of, you've been doing twos with SANTY, but you've got that third player in the mix, and you also have the crew battle style. So what kind of preparation or practice have you guys been doing as that three-man squad?
Well, especially on like the day before 2v2s and the day of 2v2s, we'll just all get no call, and we'll just rotate 2v2 ranked. Just the same way you would do rotate in the Pro Series. So it'd be like, okay, Blood Diamond Santy's first, then Double Dime Blood Diamond, then SANTY Double Dime, and then we just keep doing that and keep doing that. As far as crew battles go, that's just more or less spar as many really good players as you can. I mean, we're familiar from top to bottom. Every player is familiar with every other player in this series, so it just comes down to matchups, I guess, like trying to pick the best matchups to win those crew battles.
Okay, I have a question. If you could choose a team on the other side, on the other pool, because you're playing against 4 people that you know, right? You have your black team, your white team, and your pink team are also in your pool with you. If you could pick someone on the other pool, who would you want to fight?
Who would I want to fight?
Yeah, what other team would you want to fight if you had the opportunity?
I mean, if we wanted to get a win, we just fight the red team.
Oh.
But
Wow.
if we wanted to have an entertaining set, I'd love to fight the green team. That would be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Noel and Wilson and ISIDROO, they're so much fun to play against. I mean, from people from the outside, it must look like it's super frustrating to play against those players, but when you're actually playing them, it's a lot of mind games, it's a lot of footsies, and it's a lot of fun to see who's just thinking better that day. So I would love to fight the green team if we had the opportunity to.
Oh man, that would be cool. That would be cool. Orange versus green series final, maybe?
Maybe.
I think we're mathematically eliminated from finals at this point. So
There's a lot of road ahead to look for.
Yeah.
I know they'd be expecting other teams to fare differently throughout the next week. But is there anything else that you wanted to say to the fans out there that have been following your journey through Pro Series?
I appreciate everybody who's been following myself, my teammates, the Orange team. It's been tough, but we've been getting better every week. Hopefully next week can pull out a victory for you guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at It's Double Dime and on Twitch at It's Double Dime. Thanks, guys.
All right, thank you very much. I was really glad to get a little bit of that insight there. Especially when he says, just talking about the green team and how those matchups kind of play out and what he really likes to play against, what he finds fun in breaking down the strategy and finding that path to victory.
Yeah, it's rare to hear people be like, I like that thinking part, because there's a lot of players who are like, I just want to win. They're like, I just want to feel good about myself. But it's awesome to hear him be like, I like to play those difficult matchups and see who is playing 4D chess, right? Who is thinking that many steps ahead. And that's really interesting to see. I love that insight from Double Dime.
Yeah, so now we're going to be looking at that black team versus pink team.
All right,
so we started talking off. We got a little bit of word in from Kosalix, and then we got Double Dime's kind of rebuttal to that almost. But we've got 2 other members on that pink team. We've got Tiffany, incredibly strong player, has shown up in the 2v2 space, has incredibly shown up in the 1v1 space, taking seasonal championships.
Yeah, she is the original seasonal champion winner, the Winter Championship of 2017. And she's done well for herself basically ever since. Shown that she's got a large repertoire of characters. Seems to have settled onto the Kaya as of late, but still she had a great showing with Ragnar going way back when. So she's definitely bounced around a little bit. And then if we're talking about people who are kind of more recent up-and-comers, SANTY has been doing very well for himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. I always like to talk about Simba, the third one on this team, just because the rise to stardom that Simba has had. I mean, dating back to Combo Breaker previous years, Simba would have great showings, great matches. I know Sparky always talks about that one because he was very upset about having to fight Simba first round because he's just like, I'm just going right into the losers bracket. but Simba has really just stepped on the gas, and those results have been improving at an insane rate, almost out of nowhere, shot out of a cannon.
Right. Going way back, like you were saying, originally Simba was famous for beating Sparky. Like that was kind of his claim to fame, is he would just always beat Sparky in tournament. But now Simba's clearly established himself. You can see he's gotten 5 top 8s, and those have all been as of late. He is definitely an up-and-comer, definitely doing very well for himself more recently.
Top 20 power rank. So he has been taking down some serious names. And I know we kind of always mention he has taken down Boomy before in tournament.
He's definitely given Boomy a run for his money. And obviously, the entirety of this pink team did very well for themselves in the 1v1 scape as they almost beat out the black team in the crew battle.
Oh, yeah. Insanely close. So, what do you think they're going to do? What are the team picks here to not only just bring this set close, but take it home?
I think that they're going to start off with Kosalix and Simba. I have a lot of faith in that combination of players, and I think that's going to be their first step. And then I think their anchor team is going to be Kosalix and Tiffany.
That's a solid anchor team.
I think
Definitely got to get it there.
They've got enough experience that they are going to be that anchored team. But starting off with Simba, fantastic reaction times, just absolutely lights out player, huge bursts of momentum. I would be surprised to see them not, but it seems like they're going to go with the team that I thought would be their anchor, Tiffany and Kosalix, as their starting combo.
All right, and they're actually going to be going up against the odd team out, so to speak, on the black team. Because, between Sandstorm, Boomy, and Remy, there are 2 phenomenal 2v2 teams that we've seen just take tournament after tournament. Boomy and Remy, longtime history, former 2v2 world champions, and currently Boomy Sandstorm. So Sandstorm Remy is that mystery element.
This is a team that I didn't have a lot of faith in going into the 2v2 rotation, but when I talked to you, when I talked to Photo, you're like, we've seen some stuff no one's seen. This is a team, do not sleep on the Remy and Sandstorm team. This is what they started off with last week. Unfortunately, it did fall to the orange team. Hopefully, they've gotten a little bit more practice in the meantime, and we'll see how well they do as we get into game 1 of black team versus the pink team, Sandstorm and Remy versus Kosalix and Tiffany.
Ooh, and Sandstorm, one of the first ones to arm up, got that scythe, getting the damage onto Kosalix. Combat almost making an X across Thunderguard Stadium here.
Kosalix, is he done for? He is! 15 seconds in, and Sandstorm completely shutting out Kosalix's stock, and you see Tiffany rotate over to the wall, does not want to give the opportunity for the power play to the red team.
Oh my gosh, look at that rotation. Sandstorm knocked Tiffany up into the sky, but immediately, yes, they go for those 2v2 combos. When can we split in and just really push that damage advantage? Look at this.
So much damage. Sandstorm from behind with a punish onto Tiffany. You see Kosalix trying to get his team back into there, but everyone off stage, and Sandstorm makes it back to the wall safely.
All right, Kosalix using the aerial movement from that lance to steer around, but it gets knocked out of his hands. Knocking both red team members across the stage, but Kosalix, getting sent out himself. He's already down on his final stock. I mean, Remy lost one there too, but that's just such a great trade.
Yeah, that was a 1-for-1 trade, but definitely in the black team's favor. Pink team, 4 stocks left, and Kosalix off stage with this lance against Sandstorm with the scythe. He's got the side airs. He is going to get back to that wall safely. Tiffany trying to rotate over, trying to help out, and Kosalix sends her flying for her troubles. She does make it back safely, though, with the help of that gravity cancel down sig.
Ooh, sending Remy off.
Nice.
Oh, yes! Get in, get that KO secure. Sandstorm, now they've got the stocks tied up, but it's
mathematically even.
So lopsided for the pink team here. My gosh, Tiffany holding on Kosalix just by a thread.
It is all on Kosalix. If Kosalix falls, it just leaves Tiffany into those 2v1s, which the black team has definitely practiced through and through.
Uh-oh, Kosalix getting sent off wide. Sandstorm, no, not going for the rotation, going for the team combo, but a little bit of a bait there. I just love watching how they choose to rotate between the 2v2s. Ooh, Kosalix in danger off the side, finding his way back. He does arm up with the lance. Playing the footsies with Sandstorm here.
Down sigs from both of the Kojis.
Oh no! Tiffany left alone. Kosalix is out. It's 4 stocks to 2.
Immediately the dunk, but Tiffany gets around, avoids the neutral signature from Remy, and she's going to go into that center channel, get back up safely.
Ooh, dancing back and forth, teleport in Remy, knocking Tiffany down to her final stock. Such a huge lead here for the black team. All right, Remy working to find his way in. Sandstorm playing that support role.
He is slowly dancing forward. Tiffany shoves him away. Interesting that they had Remy in that forward position, as he is the more damaged one between the two of them.
Yeah, I think it's really just Sandstorm has those gauntlets. Tiffany's at that low damage. They want the gauntlet combos. They want those strings for hefty punish. But Remy going down. Sandstorm looking to send down Tiffany. That's going to do it. 3-stock victory for the black team. Dominant performance here in game 1.
That was a big showing, and that's going to be huge momentum for the black team. They don't have a quote-unquote weaker combination of players now, right? You either go into the World Championship team, or you go into a team that has yet to lose a tournament.
Man. All right, so which one are you expecting the black team to send out first?
I think they'll go with the exact same combinations that they did last week, where they start off with Sandstorm Remy, and then they go Boomy Remy, and then save the Boomy Sandstorm as the anchor team.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You have the current tournament champions just sitting in the wings. And what about Pink Team? What do you think, if that is what they're going to be facing up against, who is the one that they send out next?
I mean, they have to send in Simba, but it looks like I would have expected them to keep Koslix in. I think the Simba Koslix team was very strong. I think that there is a synergy in the fact that both of them have their wheelhouses. Simba is really strong at kind of offstage, reactionary things. Koslix is really strong at a neutral game, kind of staying on stage, keeping things kind of safe. But maybe not. Maybe they'll mix it up.
Man, it is such a tough call knowing what like the anchor positions are going to shake out to be, because you don't only have to win this next game. You have to leave yourself set up to be able to win game 3.
Absolutely true. We'll see what the pink team wants to do, because, I mean, likely they have to win game 2, right? Like, they have to get through this next game. And it looks like it is going to be Tiffany staying in for the pink team.
Ooh, okay. And we are at Blackguard Keep, a little bit more horizontally oriented of a stage. You've got those moving platforms on the sides, but man, that can be such a dangerous area to stick around in. All right, Tiffany with that bow getting a little bit of early damage. Simba looking to just follow up off of these errant hits.
Oh, great interrupt from Simba onto Boomy, getting a little bit of damage. Tiffany was getting some solid hits. She got that tatami mat at one point.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, it shows. The damage build has remained fairly even. Tiffany now just the first one going into that deep orange, almost the red.
We're starting to hear the signatures come out from Boomy on this Nyx pick, but not able to be in position. The side sig shoots him off stage. Simba able to get a neutral air, and both of the black team members are fairly damaged. Simba actually incredibly healthy for the pink team.
Man, I can't believe how close they were to just knocking out Boomy earlier, but they take down Remy first. Whoa.
Avoids the neutral sig. Nyx's love to do that. You see Boomy going for another one, but the recovery is going to take down Tiffany.
All right, so stocks tied up. Boomy still holding on to his first stock, even that deep in the red. Oh, Simba coming in, clearing that stock out, keeps that stock lead, and still pretty healthy.
Yeah, still looking pretty good. And that's one of the things about Blasters, right? It has lots of active frames, locks down the opponents, but it also locks down yourself. Simba took full advantage of that, came and got the kill, but the ground pound from Remy sends Simba away.
Does that recovery? Yes. Evening up the stock. Simba going down to 2. They've got the power play against Tiffany, going off the side. Oh, Tiffany threading the needle between Boomy and Remy.
Able to avoid both of those kill options. You saw Remy go for that ground pound. And she is dancing around. She's playing back. She knows she's a little bit more damaged than Simba. Needs to let Simba be in that forward position. But Boomy chasing in. The Neutralite connects. And you saw Boomy go for the wake up the fastball out of it.
Uh-oh, he just got his dodge back. He needed that Neutralite to get back, but he's going down to his final stock. Boomy on 1, Remy on 2, but it is a hurt
side air. Oh, the down air from Tiffany actually helps Remy out a little bit, sends him closer to the stage, and he's able to make it back to the wall.
Whoa, oh, he got caught. Going deep for the grab pound, but the save. Tiffany getting rocketed up. Remy going down to his final stock. They still have the stock lead. Simba and Tiffany doing a phenomenal job here.
They are doing so well for themselves against this black team.
Ooh, great little combo there. all that extra damage that you need. A little bit of friendly fire going on to the black team.
Simba tried to take advantage of it. You saw the side air come out, but Tiffany going to get taken down at the top of the map. Nice recovery, gets both members of the black team. Pink team still looking real strong in this one as both black team members are starting to get to that kill percent.
Simba holding on. He is unarmed. He got it knocked out of his hands. Boomy trading some damage. Oh, release the souls. Simba is out of here. Final stocks, but Tiffany looking to just take on both of them. No, Simba in with the assist. Remy is gone. Boomy still hanging on.
By a thread, though. Boomy is so incredibly damaged. Pogo attempt from Simba.
No.
Oh, the interrupt from Tiffany. Boomy dancing around, but there's no easy target on the pink team. Both of them looking so incredibly healthy. Weapon toss.
I do not blame Boomy for going for that very low to the ground neutral sig. I mean, he's got to do some of those risky plays if he wants to bring this back. No! Tiffany, uppercut, just safe, secure. There's the victory for pink team in game 1.
And we're going to game...
That was game 2. My
yeah.
gosh, it's 1-1 here. We're going to that game 3. They managed to turn around the momentum.
We're going to that game 3, but here come the anchor teams. Simba Coslicks versus Boomy and Sandstorm.
Oh boy. All right. So Boomy and Sandstorm, we have seen some crazy team combos from those.
Yup.
I mean, some of the best, and they just work them in the middle of the game. They won't even go for edge guards. They will just say, okay, your teammate got knocked away. Now we are just going to get a kill secure on whoever's left on stage.
You can't let them have the power play. They have a 2v1 combo that is basically just bread and butter for them that they can just do at just the flick of a hat. It's insane.
So do you think that one of the main factors in this match is going to be Coslicks with that lance movement, just not letting them pin him down?
Absolutely. I think Coslicks has to basically take stage control. He has to take that center stage and not let the black team get the sandwich. If they get the sandwich, that's going to be troublesome. Because they're like you were talking about at the very beginning of the day, they're a very horizontal left-right bounce it between the two of them kind of combo team. If Simba just takes that stage control, does not let them get in that sandwich position, Coslicks does that, Simba can run around. He can be that quote-unquote rhino. He can be that aggressive position, dance around, get those damage moments.
All right, man. I am so ready to see more Coslicks here. He wasn't really able to afford what he wanted in that first game, but he was able to extend his stock so well with that lance movement off stage. Let's see if he can just keep that movement going on stage. Just command the center.
And here we go. Game 3, black team versus the pink team. Boomy and Sandstorm going to be going up against Simba and Coslicks.
Look at Simba's rotation. Just so much damage onto Sandstorm.
He's playing this high-speed Hattori, which means he's going to be able to rotate so incredibly quickly, be in position to help out his team whenever possible. You see the black team trying to set up for that sandwich.
Ooh, Coslicks rotating over, take a little bit of the pressure off of Simba, but Boomy right there, just hooking him off of the edge. Oh my gosh, it is a scramble here in the center. Boomy and Sandstorm both sporting sides. Simba! Oh my gosh, no!
I thought he was trying to fake out. It looked like he was trying to decide between the left and the right side, and unfortunately, it looks like that indecision not working in his favor, but he just comes right back into this one. Board completely wiped clean. We are back to even.
Oh no, but Coslicks making it odd once again. 5 stocks for the black team, 4 for the pink.
Coslicks swapping over to the lance, but he's off stage against Sandstorm. Meanwhile, Simba with the unarm just shoving Boomy around. Nice rotation attempt from Simba. Wants to keep that pressure off Coslicks. Wants to let Coslicks be on the stage.
Coslicks really just using that lance movement. Stay unpredictable. Really just swoop in there. Man, but Sandstorm is dodging so well. Really not getting caught into any of these lance combos. But Boomy cannot say the same.
But the pink team's got to be careful. They are a little bit more damaged than the black team. They need to slow this down, get that damage built up. Nice cider. Simba gets both Coslicks. Needs to make his way back up. Yes, he does. And Simba with the rotation over.
My gosh.
Can he get the double? No, the turnaround from Boomy. Simba's falling to his death. Another pogo. And Coslicks on the main stage does get some good damage for all of that trouble.
Man, that was just a firecracker off the side there. Trading stocks back and forth. Damage fairly even. Koslix needs to hold on to the stock, though. He's out of options. He's going down. Look at this combo happening in the center. Sandstorm and Boomy really just popping off, just pressing that advantage. Simba is so damaged.
Oh, Simba goes in, goes for the kill opportunity. Can't quite get that finishing blow off stage. He can't afford to take too much more damage.
Oh, all right, no. Boomy down, stocks tied, but Simba just enough. He got the corner, just grabbed it.
Just barely did it, and Koslix, meanwhile, was able to give him that relief. He went in, put the pressure on top of Sandstorm to let Simba use everything he could to get back.
My
but the
gosh.
recoveries, the damage.
All right, Simba really needing to stay back and play this support role. So much damage going on. So deep in the red, and he's unarmed off the side. Koslix really just trying to rotate around, give him a path somewhere to stability, but now they are both unarmed. Koslix way off the top. Oh! Boomy securing the KO against Simba.
The down C, Koslix in a 1v1 against Sandstorm.
Let's go!
Weapon toss attempt, Koslix in a 1v1 against Sandstorm. Pink team can do this. Oh, the side air, Koslix.
Going high, he
Goes
spent
real
all his
high.
resources. Oh, Sandstorm caught him out, gets the KO. There's the victory for the black team.
And again, the pink team making this so incredibly close. Really well played from them, but the black team able to seal the deal. They put the stamp on it. That means they are going to be going 4-0 for the series so far.
Man, oh man, that was a crazy set. So wild.
It was basically one hit left, right? Both of them had that combo kill opportunity. Sandstorm, he went obviously into the sidelight recovery. That was his ultimate one, but Koslix easily could have done the same if he got that sidelight opener.
Yep. And I mean, Sandstorm just kind of scared him off high, forced him to spend all of his options, and then was just able to close it out with that gauntlets.
To be fair, like, very few people would not be scared in this position, right?
Yeah,
like,
you've got to go high. It's Mordex.
Yeah, like, it's hard not to be afraid of Sandstorm with the Mordex. He's got stage control.
Yeah.
But really well played from Sandstorm, able to close that out, not panic, and it really looked like Koslix had the recovery. If you hit that weapon toss, the hammer toss right after, like, there were so many moments where he's so close.
Oh, I still can't believe he got that down hammer signature.
Oh, yeah.
Just spin it around, boom you off the... Oh, my gosh. So many great clips, so many great plays from all this. Pro Series is absolutely nuts.
Absolutely nuts. And it's a little unfortunate because you're gonna go back and you'll be like, all right, black team, they won 2-0 over pink team. But you really got to go in there, go in deep, and see that. Pink team...
Oh, yeah.
They went the distance. They took it 9-8 in crew battle. They took it to final stock. Not stocks, stock. Red. Against the black team. Like, it was close.
Oh, yeah. So, I just love all this play that's happening. It's so great, and I'm so glad that there's still more 2v2 rotation happening tonight, because we're going to be watching the green team versus the red team. Tell me who we've got on deck.
All right, green team, we've got Noel, STTP, Wilson, and ISIDROO with an ow at the end of that one. And then on the red team, LDZ, Egg Soup, and Pugsy XD, and they're kind of the fan favorites, right? There's definitely people cheering and screaming for the red team, screaming it loud and proud.
Man, all right, so LDZ, everybody knows.
Of course.
The two-time world champion.
That's basically part of his name, right?
Right,
Like,
I mean, yes.
You say LDZ, the two-time world champion. You can't stop at just 3 letters.
Exactly. I mean, you might do like L double championship Z. That's the D.
Yeah, that's what the D stands for.
But absolutely phenomenal, and he's got some serious teammates beside him. We've got Pugsy XD, who every time he shows up, just dominates tournaments. He just makes top 8s.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, whoa, where have you been? And he's like, I'm in this top 8. That's where. Just chill with me. All right.
Like, I just came to win. That's all I needed to do. But to be fair, so does LDZ, right?
Yes.
Like, he disappears for a year, comes back, wins the world championship.
Of course. And he usually ends up teaming with Egg Soup, who has those flashes of brilliance. And I just love watching the kid play. He's always got something new and innovative for us all to marvel at.
There was always something exciting coming from Egg Soup's play. And you know, sometimes it's not always the best decision. It's not the optimal decision, but it's like, yo, that was cool. I applaud you for doing that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm expecting to see some really cool plays, and I'm wondering, can they be enough to off-balance the green team? Because they do have Noel and ISIDROO.
Right.
Tell me about that team. Very history.
Noel and ISIDROO, like you said, a very history team, a very strong team. I mean, they won last year's 2v1 combo for the community awards. They potentially are going to win this year's after what happened last week. You got to believe that they are going to be looking for the setup for a 2v1 combo because they just have the nuttiest ones.
Oh, yeah. They play for the highlight reel every single time they take the stage.
Every play is a play for the highlight reel from these guys. But then they have this other player, STTP Wilson, known for his 1v1s, known to be a very strong 1v1er, not famous for his 2v2s, but suddenly you put him in this rotation, and they are the only team that 2-0'd last week.
Yeah, so that really just tells the story here, that he is a phenomenal player. He can make it work with anybody, and especially since, when it was interesting in the Double Dime interview that we had earlier tonight, he said he wants to play against the green team because he loves kind of the footsied play of the breakdown strategy, just really trying to figure that out. So Noel and Wilson have very similar play styles when you break it down that way.
Yeah, they're definitely the big brain boys, right? Like they're the thinkers, and they'll definitely try to outthink their opponents. And like you were saying, if they're playing kind of similarly, that makes ISIDROO's job a little bit easier, right? He doesn't have to adjust to a completely new thing. He's just like, I'm going to take this formula that I've already established that works well, and we're going to change it just enough to work well with this new teammate of STTP Wilson.
Yeah, I'm really itching to see Wilson play tonight. Because, every Tuesday, he's just been chilling.
He doesn't play on Tuesdays.
Needed to play. Like Noel and ISIDROO, they've got it on lock. They'll just take care of that business. Wilson gets to chill, just kind of hang out, and then he shows up Thursdays and just crushes it.
So, across the entire Pro Series now, which is 2 weeks, 4 days, STTP Wilson has played one game. He has had to play one 2v2 rotation, and that is it. That is the green team.
Oh my gosh.
They're not the team that everyone is like, oh, they destroyed in the crew battle, but they just slip under the radar, do so incredibly well to the point where Wilson, he's just like, I just got to get that paycheck at the end of the day.
Just like we just unleash the Wilson when we need to. All right, you don't want to see it. It is dangerous. It is disaster waiting to happen, and he just lays waste to everyone in his path.
Well, I'm very excited to see what Wilson's going to do. Do you think they're going to lead with Wilson? Tell me what you think the green team is going to bust out.
Man, I really just the fan in me that wants the highlight reels, I just want Noel ISIDROO to lead this off.
Okay.
But I'm going to say I want the ISIDROO Wilson.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that could be such a fun combination.
Yeah, I think that's what they started last week. It was Wilson and ISIDROO, and then they went into Noel ISIDROO just to close out the set. I would be surprised if they didn't do the exact same thing. Just start off with that Wilson ISIDROO.
Yeah, I know. When I spoke to Wilson a little bit earlier this week, he was just like, "We're just gonna rock the same rotations every time. Let everyone else figure it out. We feel confident. We feel good." So I don't blame him. The records show.
All right, but on the other side, there's the red team. What do you think they're going to be starting with? What do you think their anchor is going to be?
Man, I feel like you have to anchor with LDZ Egg Soup.
Of course.
Right?
Made top 8 at final round?
Yeah,
top
that
5
is,
at final round, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. That is the base 2v2 team that this 3-man squad is like built around. So keep that in the back. I say you keep that in the back. But if you lose game 1, you've got to break it out.
Okay, yeah,
because then it's do or die.
Because green team's going to try to shut that down immediately. They're not looking for a game 3.
Right. So I feel like Pugsy Egg Soup is kind of that magic team. Okay. You just have like the flashes of brilliance. If everything aligns, I mean, they may just 6-stock the other team.
Yeah, I think that is a way of talking about that team. I think it's it's a volatile one, right?
Yes,
like it is a combination that it'll either do amazingly or it'll completely fizzle and get shut down by the green team. And it is going to be a mystery to see if, like, do you start with do you throw out that nitroglycerin and see what happens? Is it going to blow you up first, or do you try to save it and be like, let's hope we don't have to use our trump card of chaos?
Yeah, I think that would be one of the ones that you just kind of play early.
Okay.
That way you don't have to rely on it.
Okay, yeah.
But you can base the rest of your game plan around it.
Okay.
Like,
All
did
right.
it work? Is it paying off?
Well, let's talk about the green team. Let's see what the green team has done recently. Let's show the highlights.
All right. I love watching their highlights. Let's go. All right, so green team definitely looking strong from the
Yes.
crew battle earlier this week, but 2v2s is a very different beast.
Completely different beast. I think it's still going to be a strong showing from the green team. Like I said last week, they were the only team to go 2-0, and I think they're going to try to maintain that slightly under the radar, but still dominant performance. I do want to apologize, though. I'm like heckin' colorblind, and green-red is actually the one that I'm colorblind on.
Oh,
so
man.
if I say completely wrong things, it's because I super can't tell the difference.
That's all right. I
What a
mean,
preface. I'll let you do all the coloring for
you just need to look for the crazy combos.
Yeah.
That's Noel ISIDROO for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
That's green team, all right?
Yeah, I'll keep that one in mind, and we'll see what the red team decides to send in first. It looks like it's going to be the Nitroglycerin, that Egg Soup and Pugsy team.
Oh,
but,
man.
Yeah, I saw your face light up a little bit. They're going to start off with the Bigfoot, the ISIDROO, and Noel combination.
Wow. Okay, so I guess in the grand scheme of things, this is kind of best case scenario for the red team. Their team that could just have the flashes of brilliance and take out anything put in front of it is going up against the best team. But as you said, it's also the volatile one. It's the one that could have the least benefit out of the three combinations.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of spending their lowest amount of resources on the green team's highest amount of resources.
That is...
So if you're playing this numbers
Yeah.
game, even if they end up going down in this one, that sets them up pretty well for the matchups to come.
Right, so if they fall here, they still have two very strong, stable teams. But
Yeah.
if they win here,
Oh
it's
my
like
gosh.
we just took out the best possible combination coming out from the green team.
That's 1,000% return.
Well, we'll see what happens ultimately as we get into game one of green team versus the red team, ISIDROO and Noel versus Pugsy and Egg Soup.
Ooh, Egg Soup just swooping in there. I think Noel was really just hard focusing on Pugsy, and Egg's just going to swoop on in with the ground pounds. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, that kick off of the side. I love that orb down air. You know, it's just a bicycle kick. You could bounce it off the floor, the wall, whatever you need.
It's got that bouncy property. You see Egg Soup sometimes extend that downward range by bouncing it off the wall if he can get close enough. Noel was looking for the ground pound. Couldn't quite get in position, Noel, with so much movement on that recovery.
Uh-oh, wow. They almost went to that team combo, but Pugsy still just staying alive.
Oh, but the green team, Noel and ISIDROO, are launching both Egg Soup and Pugsy. Every direction, neutral sig connects onto both Pugsy. He's not
Launching
gonna die.
both, as you said, my gosh. Pugsy's still
How's he
hanging
alive?
on, though. Hattori doesn't have that much defense. What's going on?
Oh, and Egg Soup gonna get a kill for his troubles. Oh, the recovery! Dropping in force, but he does get the pickup with the neutral air. Stock slight advantage to the green team.
Man, all right, so Egg Soup really just holding on to the stock. Great way to open it up. But ISIDROO, they've got to finish him off. They can't let this spread just keep widening that gap.
Oh, 2v1
Oh,
neutral
are you
sig
kidding
connects.
me? So much damage coming out. You cannot afford that.
Side sig, and ISIDROO is still living. Pugsy not going to be the one to rotate. Egg Soup with that orb was looking for the offstage potential.
Ooh, good rotation over, but Noel, oh my gosh, even just off these errant hits, Noel and ISIDROO so good with their team combos, but ISIDROO getting sent down, Pugsy just stomping him to the ground.
And you see Noel staying on the right side. He knows the power of a 2v1 combo, not going to give the opportunity for that power play.
All right, damage build really showing up. Pugsy and Egg Soup so far behind, and now they're stuck behind as well. Pugsy recovering high, does get back to the wall. Again, just really extending these Hattori stocks. He doesn't have that much defense, but Egg just gets left alone. ISIDROO and Noel pouring on tons of damage.
You see Noel trying to get that follow-up off the neutral light. Egg Soup getting a little bit of momentum, but neither Noel or ISIDROO find that kill spot. The side sig connects onto both, but Egg Soup very much more damage. He's on his final stock. If he goes down, it is all left to Pugsy. That is not a great spot to be in against Noel and ISIDROO.
Yeah, so Egg Soup gonna have to hold on here. Oh, Pugsy not able to hold on. 2 stock leads for Noel and ISIDROO. Green team looking solid.
That was such a deep weapon toss from Egg Soup. That would have been killer onto Noel.
Whoa! That little bit of reduced force on your teammate really showing off there. Noel down to his final stock. ISIDROO still 2 in the hopper.
Egg Soup again with these real deep weapon tosses. ISIDROO, can he make it back? Yes, he can. The down air. Can he get the turnaround? Egg Soup gets up, but the recovery. Egg Soup cannot afford another heavy hit.
Ooh, ISIDROO still surviving. How much armor does Bodvar have? Certainly more than Egg Soup did. He is gone.
So many of these characters surviving for so long. Pugsy with the down sig punish opportunity, but Noel aims a little bit lower, expecting Pugsy to fall down. Pugsy very smart, stays a little high.
Ooh, Pugsy going to arm up. Yep, knew that that weapon was all the way over across stage for him to arm up. Oh my gosh, recovery into the down slash. Noel and ISIDROO securing this victory handily.
100% intentional, just putting them into that downward slash.
You send them up, you've got nowhere to go. Even if you trade those stocks. I mean, come on. ISIDROO was living. How did he live so long with Bodvar? He doesn't have that much defense?
I don't know. Like, it's just really well done from ISIDROO to extend those stocks for so long. There's so many moments where he's off screen, and he's just like, I'm going to float back safely. Noel giving him plenty of time, plenty of relief, nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So the volatile team from the red team, that's spent.
It's out.
That's out of there.
Yeah.
Now, LDZ is going to have to play 2 games in a row here.
But this is like we were saying. We expected the green team potentially to win game 1, and that means the red team has to put in their strongest foot now. They have to put in LDZ and Egg Soup. Otherwise, there's a very real potential that it's going to be a swift 2-0. Meanwhile, green team, they have to have STP Wilson in here. Is he going to be in with ISIDROO, or is he going to be in with Noel? That's the real question.
I think this is probably where you set out. Oh gosh, the Wilson Noel? Is that what you're looking for? Just take this game, don't even go to a game 3. Just close it out. Put that super strong foot forward, split them into the 2 1v1s.
I think that is a very real possibility. And green team might be even looking towards that anchor of, oh no, it looks like ISIDROO is going to be the one staying in. So it's going to be Wilson and ISIDROO going up against LDZ and Egg Soup. And we're seeing Wilson going over to this Bryn, playing for the team. He's got the Bryn. He'll have the axe, which carries over from the Ragnar that he plays so much, as well as a spear, which, like we said earlier, just a really strong 2v2 weapon.
All right, so ISIDROO the only one unarmed here. Everyone else able to find a weapon. There it is, that spear for the Hattori. Oh my gosh, using that speed to just get around tons of extra damage.
Nice double down line.
Oh, Egg Soup with the pluck.
The Nair turnaround, but both of the green team members able to make it back to the corner, living on these stocks, and the damage advantage is to the green team's favor.
Ooh, LDZ really just going for this. I like the double fate combination that they've got going here, even when it's split between Scythe and Orb. Just a lot of great signatures, able to cover a ton of area.
Oh, but Egg Soup helping him out actually a little bit there. You saw Noel going for, you saw Wilson going for that neutral signature.
Noel going down to that spell, but LDZ short to follow.
I throw. Oh, it's going to be the ground pound. Wilson finishes off. Here comes the 2v1 combo. Oh, but LDZ jumps out of it, avoids that down heavy from Wilson. Oh, nice interrupt to neutralize.
Man, oh man. All right, so Wilson has that axe. He's threatening the rotation, but no, just sticking with the edge guard on Egg Soup. Build that damage. They've got them both in the orange.
Oh, nice target swap from Egg Soup. Shoves ISIDROO away and then immediately rotates over, trying to put more pressure out onto Wilson. They might be looking for that 2v1 finisher.
Ooh, ISIDROO still alive. He has extended this stock so magnificently,
Yo,
but
Egg!
can't do it for any longer. And
Let's
they got
go!
Noel too. They just took the lead.
They just yoinked that one out. Egg Soup with the scythe plays off stage, getting the double KO, and that means the stock advantage is in the red team's favor.
Man, this is unreal. You could not have asked for a better setup.
But they got to be careful. They are still rather damaged, and both of them are damaged. So there's the real possibility of the green team just coming right back, turning this one around. Oh!
Cutting them up, but Egg Soup the only one to go off the top. LDZ holding on. You've got to think Wilson is the target here.
Yeah,
they want to get the 2v1 against ISIDROO.
It is just such a powerful position. There is no stock
my
sharing.
gosh.
Nice off stage. ISIDROO goes down. Wilson in a 2v1. Egg Soup with a pickup off the weapon toss from LDZ.
They had the momentary power play, but ISIDROO arming up, stabilizing the matchup.
Nice follow-up from Egg Soup. LDZ is going to fall at the top of the map. Egg Soup had Wilson off stage, but Wilson back on. Able to get back up safely.
Ooh, Egg Soup just stopping that punish that was going down onto LDZ. Ooh.
Barely avoided the cloth from that neutral signature from Egg Soup.
ISIDROO really hunting LDZ, but Egg Soup just always there to save his teammate.
He is helping him out every second he can. Tries to go for the wake up out of the neutral light. Wilson goes down. Opportunity for the red team. Can they beat the green team in a 2v2 rotation?
Man, ISIDROO left alone. He's pretty damaged, but Egg Soup ready to get KO'd. That's going to be the main target here. Oh, LDZ, that's enough to do it. Taking it, game 2. Red team still alive in the set.
We're going to game 3. Now we know the combinations. It's going to be Pugsy coming in for the red team to team up with LDZ. And then on the other side, the green team's got to send in Noel and Wilson, the Cyclone team.
All right, so Noel and Wilson, I feel like they're going to want to go for those separate 1v1s.
Okay.
They want to split the teams, keep it separate. They're both phenomenal 1v1 players. They're really going to shine there. LDZ Pugsy, they want to keep it in the scramble, keep it focused on center stage.
I think that's where they're going to prosper the most, and we'll see how well that works out for them as we get right on into game 3. Is this the opportunity for the red team to rise? Is this their Phoenix moment?
I mean, Shipwreck Falls, anything can happen. There's almost no walls there. If you're looking to delete some stocks, I mean, LDZ's Scythe is definitely one way to do it.
Some offstage scythe play could be what the red team needs. Meanwhile, though, lots of damage has been put out on Pugsy as Pugsy was not able to get that first weapon for so long.
LDZ getting Wilson off, but oh my gosh, Noel coming in with the save.
Nice grab pound. Turnaround nair from LDZ, keeping this pressure on Noel, letting Pugsy go for the 1v1 against Wilson. Very confident in his teammate to win that 1v1. Oh, but the neutral sig connects onto LDZ, sends him up.
I mean, you can see it in their play. LDZ and Pugsy, whenever they send somebody off the edge, they don't go for the edge guard. They just stay focused over onto the 2v1.
Oh, but the side sig. Great
Another
spacing from Noel. Goes for the neutral sig.
Oh,
and
no!
The fake out. Noel had all eyes on him as he went for the slide charge neutral sig, but it was Wilson who got the kill with his own neutral signature.
Absolutely pivotal. That gave them the early stock lead. Not just one, but 2.
LDZ,
All right, now
though,
it's just 1. They corrected it. Noel getting sent down. But, I mean, look at the damage that they've already built. LDZ into the orange.
Wilson just in the middle, controlling that space with that axe. Oh, the down airs. LDZ able to get back up. Pugsy helping him out with that recovery. And Wilson just holding on. The side signature sends LDZ off. LDZ's got to be careful.
Immediately arms up with the orb. Oh, no. Wilson getting sent off the top, but they still have this significant damage lead. LZZ needs to hold on, but that spear combo's gonna do it.
Yeah, the double down line. And on the right side, the side signature from Noel. Huge stock advantage to the green team.
Man, they really just took it early, and they've just been widening that gap over the last 30 seconds. LDZ hunting for some of these projectile signatures.
Nice pogo.
But all right, they've got the pogo. Noel, oh no, he skirts his way back onto stage.
Neutral Sig attempt. LDZ trying to cover it. No big punish from behind, but off stage. LDZ's on the left side.
Ooh.
This is like you're talking about, the two 1v1s, just keeping the red team separated.
Man, and you see Noel just constantly flexing back and forth, just faking the 2v1 so that way he can get the bait.
Well, the turnaround, the side Sig, neutral
Oh,
Sig
LDZ
connects.
is gone.
Wilson knows it. He was waving goodbye.
Another one,
and
Wilson.
That is it. Green team shutting it down 2-1.
Man, oh man. Noel, you know, he kind of was just going through, doing his game. I mean, just tons of damage coming out, a lot of fakes, a lot of baits, just getting them to come in and punishing perfectly. But Wilson, every time, sprout those wings, swoop in for the KOs.
Really well done, and it's like you were saying, they had those moments where they were like, we're going to do our own separate 1v1s. We're both strong 1v1ers. Shipwreck, huge flat map. We'll just control our space. I got mine on this corner, you got yours on that corner. We'll divide the map in half, and we'll just win.
Yeah, it just absolutely phenomenal. Played exactly to their strengths, and that's what gave them another victory here in Week 2 of the Pro Series.
And that means the momentum keeps swinging for all of the teams that have won so far. Now, they were all 3-0 and 0-3. Now it's all 4-0 and 0-4, and that means next week is so much more pivotal. Every single set won is just going to get them that much closer to the grand finals representing their group.
Man, that is absolutely crazy. Week 3 is just going to shuffle back around. More crew battles, more 2v2s. This Pro Series, absolutely crazy. I want to know who everybody else thinks is going to make it into the series final, because we've got 1 week to go, happening again Tuesday and Thursday night this next week.
Well, we've got a schedule of the matchups for next week. Starting off, it'll be Pink Team versus the Orange Team.
Oh, man. So that's Coslix, Tiffany, and Simba against Blood Diamond, Double Diamond, Santy.
A little bit of a rivalry there. Like we heard, Coslix is very confident that he and his team will defeat the Orange Team and get themselves one on the board. And a little bit of a final score graphic there. 2-1s across the board.
Wow. All right. So incredibly close sets.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw crew battles way closer than you would have expected this week. And 2v2 rotations way closer than you would have expected. I love this. I absolutely love this.
What's great is, honestly, next week there's a lot of matchups that I cannot predict. I just flat out will not be able to. It could easily go either direction. We already talked about the pink and the orange team, but that's not the only matchup. What else is there?
All right, so there is the blue team versus the red team after that.
All right.
Red team we just saw.
Yeah. LDZ, Exu, Pugsy.
Yep. And blue team, we saw a little bit of that 2v2 shuffle going on earlier.
Yeah. Silly Gobi, Atrophius, and Starlight.
Yeah. So that's going to be incredibly fun. It's a lot of some of the older crowd that's been more in the game for a longer period.
Yeah, they've been playing since like closed beta, like very long time.
Yeah, so I'm really just happy to see those rivalries mash up again.
All right. And that's not all. We've got the black team versus the white team. So those first two sets, that is all the teams that have gone 0-4 so far.
Oh, man.
So all of those fights are going to be to get just one. They want to get on the board.
Yep.
But now we're getting into the ones to get out of the pool. Black team versus the white team, both of them. 4-0 currently, arguably the strongest in their pools. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be an interesting one.
Right, because, I mean, you've got the likes of Boomy, Sandstorm, and Remy mashing up against Cody Travis, ISIDROO, and Phazon.
Established names.
Yeah.
High tier names.
I mean, we will basically be seeing the run back from final rounds.
Plus a little more. Plus a Remy. Plus a Phazon.
Oh, man. Oh, man. That is going to be a barn burner for sure.
And that's not all. To close out next week, it'll be the purple team versus the green team. Purple team, you talked about a barn burner, but the purple team's the one that's on fire. They have been so close to 9-stocking every single crew battle.
Jeez.
This is going to be the hardest one for them, though. It'll be the green team of Noel, STTB Wilson, and ISIDROO. And
All right.
STTB Wilson hasn't had to play.
Right. He hasn't had to play. But like everyone else on the purple team has just been sweeping for their team. Wrench taking 9 stocks the first week. Lil Cap taking 7 stocks the next week. You got to imagine that they're going to be putting Ethan up first, so that way he can show
His
just how
opportunity
many
to
stocks
sweep.
he can run through. Where is Wilson going to factor into that? I cannot wait to find out.
Do you start him first? Do you end with the mystery man himself?
I think what they've been saying, what Wilson said earlier this week, is exactly it. They're just going to keep the same order, let everyone else figure it out. They're very confident. But, I mean, purple team, you cannot deny how that sets up.
Absolutely dominant teams all around. It is going to be absolutely exciting. I have been loving what I've been seeing from the Pro Series so far.
Oh, yeah.
Next week will be the decider to see who goes into that grand finals. But that's not all for esports. We've got the International Spring Championship literally starting tomorrow. We've got so much esports. Spring Championship the weekend after that. We've got Brawlhalla dev streams here on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla. So much good stuff. It's exciting.
It never ends.
It doesn't.
It just keeps on going. So definitely tune in for the International Spring Championships this weekend. Same channel. You can find all the times. Follow us on Twitter. And then Tuesday is when crew battles for week 3 of the Pro Series resumes. Oh my gosh.
It's been great. I've been having a great time. I'm Duke.
I'm TWK.
Thank you all for watching, and as always, we can't do it without you. Much love. We appreciate each and every one of you watching at home.
So thank you, and catch you next time.